Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a new what if, and that is what if Goku had Destroyer Key part 1, okay? Now as usual, if you guys can, please leave your comments down below and let me know what you guys think of it. Positive, negative, I don't mind any criticism, it's good criticism by my reckoning anyway, because I won't learn if you don't tell me the truth. Yeah, and it makes the channel better. And also if you guys can, please like and subscribe. And yeah, continue watching the series. But without further ado, I talked enough BS, let's get into this new what if, and that is what if Goku had Destroyer Key, part 1. Now let's begin. Now our story is going to start off on Planet Vegeta, and for the most part, Planet Vegeta's storyline actually is going to go all the way the same up until the point where he gets destroyed by Frieza. Now the only thing that's remarkable about this story is when Goku is born, or Kakarot's born, I must say first, he had no battle power. They couldn't register no battle power at all. But for some reason, this child was quite this little baby had quite a defined thin body, which was unique in the Saiyans. They saw Kakarot, he was quite ripped up, like how when Goku becomes Super Saiyan God and how Beerus his thinness. Well, Kakarot had a similar thinness, you know. And what happens is, no one can read his battle power, absolutely zero. So what happens is Bardock pretty much has his pride kind of shot, but he don't care. He still loves his sons. So it just makes it more of a point for him to train Raditz. So he pushes Raditz more, you know, he makes Raditz way stronger. So in this timeline, Raditz is actually going to be at least 2 to 3 times stronger than he is in canon, thanks to Bardock's interaction. So up until the point when Kakarot gets sent to Earth, everything goes the same, even to the point when Goku hits his head. Now, a little side note, okay? While Gine was raising Kakarot by herself when Bardock was off-world and Raditz wasn't around, she could see this flicker of purple energy around Kakarot when he used to float around in this little chamber, and this energy will turn the liquid into nothing, but it used to replenish itself, of course. But this energy was strange, ominous to her, and for a brief moment the scales, the power scaling reading that was in her chamber, when he used to emit this red purple aura, when he used to disappear, it used to show a power level of 10,000 to 1,000. Always, like, we used to fluctuate between them hardcore, but it was just a strange energy that I was reading always with Kakarot. So when Kakarot went to Earth, everything roughly goes the same. It's not until he hits his head that's where things change, okay? Now after he hits his head, he goes through the same motions, he becomes good, he learns from Gohan, but something strange, something's off about this Goku, this former Goku anyway. Like, he's much more different. He feels different. He knows he can feel things around him that is not normal. Even as a kid, he can feel it. Gohan can also see that Goku's different, because Goku he can't read no energy level from Goku, but he's strong, like really strong for a young child, more stronger than he actually believes he can even handle physically. But for the most part, Gohan trains Goku, not knowing what Goku's energy, so when Goku appears, Gohan can't sense him, he's just absolutely quiet. But for Goku, he easily picks things up faster as he learns, before he turns 5 fully, or before he gets to an age where he can fully cognitively be aware like how he is in canon. He learns all of Grandpa Gohan's fighting styles quick, off the mark straight away. And like that, he doesn't tire at all, he doesn't really get tired at all. And Grandpa Gohan sees this. Goku, for all intents and purposes, is just nearly super duper energetic, so strong. Now what happens is, when Goku sees the moon, like in canon, he transforms into a giant ape. But what happens when he starts to transform into a giant ape, the purple key that his mother saw when he was in the chamber starts to properly come out this time, and it starts to echo around him. And what happens is, instead of stomping on Grandpa Gohan, he not only just stomps on him, but he erases the entire house and the entire area where Goku lives. So where he lives in Mount Pauser, it's all disappeared. And Kami can see this, and this shocks him, because he can sense gold key, but this gold key is off. He doesn't know what it is when this purple energy is, but it's dangerous, and he's scared of it. And he knows if he approaches this kid, this boy, it can either go one way. That kid will either kill him or not. Like, he doesn't know. But he knows one thing: when the kid wakes up from this transformation, he's gonna meet him to cut his tail off and tell him everything that has just transpired. So after Goku wakes up in a gigantic crater, he sees nothing where he lives. Mount Powers, the house where he stays, has been erased. What's it called? Luckily for Goku though, when he stomped on the house, the Dragon Ball got sent flying hundreds of meters way away from there. So when Goku looked around, all he found was quite conveniently, I want to say, his old gi, his clothes. I mean, the power pole, and the Dragon Balls. Okay, you can't find the Dragon Ball, the 4-star. So for the most part, that's all he has of Grandpa Gohan. Nothing's left. He doesn't know what happened. But what happens is when he gets the Dragon Ball and he stands up, he feels a presence by him. He looks directly at Kami, and Kami uses his telekinesis to lift Goku up off the ground, and he surgically uses the ki blast to cut Goku's tail off. Now this not only shocks Goku, freaks him out, seeing a great green man, and he's floated in the air, which makes him get into like how Gohan goes into a rage state where purple ki floods Goku's body over him, and Kami explains to Goku that we need to talk. He enters Goku's mind and explains everything, and shows Goku everything. He first connects Goku with his mind, so Goku, even though he's a young kid, can understand what he's about to show him. So he kind of in a sad way gives Goku knowledge of the world, pretty much, to understand, like a lifetime of knowledge. So even though Goku's like a 7-year-old kid, he understands everything as if he was an adult, male, woman, all that. That's the only way Kami could get Goku to understand. And then he shows Goku his vision, or his view upon what he did to his grandfather. He turned into a gigantic ape, thanks to the tail and the moon, and he emitted that purple energy that destroyed everything around him. And this makes Goku cry. He breaks down, and he yells at Kami for pretty much taking his youth away by giving him this knowledge, giving him this vision, this view. And knowing that, because Goku sees that he's the one that killed Grandpa Gohan, and this whole area is destroyed because of him. Even though his tail just got cut off, he begins to rage out a massive amount of purple energy. Goku's levitating in the air without Kami holding him now. Goku's powering up more, getting really angry, doing a mess. It looks like a gigantic Hakai ball around him. He's just flooded with purple energy, and Kami calms Goku down, of course, and tells him that he'll do what's best, but he'll teach you how to. I can teach you how to either properly utilize the energy or balance yourself. Okay. But Goku understands why Kami cut his tail off, and not only that, why Kami's dead, because Kami's the god of Earth. So Goku is sad and really reluctant to leave his home, but he knows what he has to do. So Goku grabs his Dragon Ball, puts his gi on, grabs his power pole, and heads with Kami on Mr. Popo's carpet all the way back to the lookout. Now once there, Goku trains with Kami in meditation, even with Mr. Popo, but Goku has to learn different type of meditation. He has to fully merge, balance his spirit and his strength together. So Kami, over his numerous years of being guardian of Earth, learned a lot of things, even to utilize spiritual energy and physical energy together. Pretty much like how Vegeta does in Yardred on the new Dragon Ball Super manga. Check that out if you want to know. Yeah, the Moro arc, by the way, it goes to planet Yardred and spirit control. But I'm just gonna go. This is what Kami's teaching Goku. Okay, Goku early years. So for the most part, for the next years up until the point where Bulma comes and meets him, Goku's every day mastering spirit control, and because he's got unlimited food thanks to Mr. Popo, and unfortunately Kami can't remove it no more, but Goku has a lifetime of knowledge upon the world and everything like that. He is no longer a dumbass like in canon, but he's an absolute great fighter thanks to training with Mr. Popo all the time, and not only that, mastering his ki. Now what happens is no one can register. The only person that can register Goku's ki is Kami. Only person on the world that can register Goku's ki. No one can register it. He has 0 energy. Now when Bulma comes to meet Goku, how she meets Goku is she's using the Dragon Raider, and she's on her aero car, and she flies all the way up, and she's figuring out quite strange that this power ball is so high. So she flies up there, and when she sees this gigantic floating island in the sky, she shocks her. It really shocks her. She goes around it and scans it for a bit, and doesn't sense no technology whatsoever, but it picks up 3 life forms. So she goes in a strange energy around it, but she doesn't bother. She lands on top of the lookout, and while she lands, Goku and Mr. Popo are sitting down meditating together. Goku's hovering off the ground with his purple energy around him, and knowing that his tail is growing back now by this time. And Kami realized now he can't cut it off. The tail grows back every time. It gets harder and harder for him to cut it off to the point where he's not sufficient enough to do it no more. Yeah, so what happened is Goku is meditating right by Mr. Popo, unaware that Bulma's just right there, and then she goes, hey, excuse me, is anyone here? And Goku looks up and goes, Mr. Popo? Mr. Popo goes, I think we have a guest. He walks up and goes, welcome to the lookout. My name is Mr. Popo. How may I help you, human? Oh, sorry, he goes, how may I help you, mortal? That's what he says. Bulma's like, mortal? And she kind of gets creeped out seeing Mr. Popo. The anime kind of glosses it over a slight racistness. If you see Bulma's reaction to Mr. Popo, yeah, check it out. But anyway, she gets weirded out, but when she sees Goku, now for this time, Goku's actually going to be a little bit taller. His body's going to be more mature, more faster. Because over the years of him being the Kami puts him in a hyperbolic timetable to make him learn, and because Goku's so much stronger and much more disciplined than Canon, even at a young age, he masters the hyperbolic timetable easy as anything. He puts in two good years in there where his body just matures over a period of time much more faster. So for the most part, he's roughly a little bit older physically anyway, so he's taller. He's not that little boy. So when Bulma sees him, she's quite shocked to see Goku, and she kind of blushes. And Goku, because he understands now, he registers that she's blushing, meaning, you know, she likes him. Until Goku realizes he's only wearing his shorts, no t-shirt, I think. And this Goku goes, oh, welcome to the lookout. How may we help you? And she goes, well, my dragon radar here is pinpointed a special power orb I'm looking for. And goes, power orb. Oh, you mean this? Goku lifts his hand up. And the Dragon Ball that was hidden in his gi lifts up and appears into his hand. And he goes, oh, you mean this? This is the 4-star Dragon Ball, my grandfather's most prized possession. And then Goku goes, you're a human. How did you make it up here so good? And he looks over and sees Erika and goes, oh, interesting. And she goes, what do you mean? You're a human too. And he goes, hardly. Goku shows his tail, it shocks Bulma. And she's like, and now just think of Goku around Cell Saga Gohan age look, okay? Right, that size, okay? When he's fighting super perfect Cell, Goku looks roughly that age, okay? When Bulma meets him. So from there, Bulma explains what she wants to do, find a new boyfriend, all that shit, find the Dragon Balls. And Kami goes to Goku that this would be a good thing for him to do, you know? To go see the world, even though Kami cheated and gave Goku a lifetime of knowledge. Maybe it'll be good for him to experience firsthand himself. Goku looks down and goes, yeah, well, okay then. If you want, let's go then. So Goku jumps down and begins to fly. Bulma shocked the Goku and fly, and she's like, and Goku goes, oh, by the way, this is the lookout of God of Earth, you know that? And she goes, what? There's no such thing as God. And he goes, well, tell it to him over there. If he didn't want you here, he would have flicked you away. And Bulma's like, and when she sees this green man, it shocks her. She goes, God's green? Like a slug? And Goku looks at it and kind of giggles. Kami hears this and Mr. Popo kind of gets shocked. But they leave. They go, come on then, let's go find the Dragon Balls. Now for here, our story kind of changes, okay? Because Goku and Bulma didn't meet in Mount Paozu. They don't find Turtle right away. But they find the old man with the Dragon Ball. So that's the first person they go to meet. Now what happens is when Bulma and Goku head towards where this strange old man is, well this island anyway, they land on this island and Goku goes over and this old man looks at this boy and he's quite shocked to see this boy floating. Now Goku introduces himself like in canon and asks may they have the Dragon Ball that they have. And Master Roshi's like quite interested in this little boy, the strange boy with this ominous energy that he just can't, this presence he can feel is heavy. He doesn't know, but this kid's flying, so he's using some form of power. And so what he tells Goku is pretty much the same as Ken, bring me a beautiful woman, you know, show me her. Bulma's like, okay, then all good. She shows her undies, which kind of annoys Goku because he's like, this old man's a perv. But in his mind, thanks to Kami's shared influence in his brain, Goku kind of knows who this guy is. He's a martial arts master, and Goku, for the most part, finds him interesting. And so they give the Dragon Ball to Goku, and from here the storyline goes near the same. Yamcha attacks and gets beaten down, but he doesn't join the group. He gets sent away because Goku don't really like idiots like that, because he knows the world. It kind of pisses him off that there's thugs like that still. So he beats it down into Yamcha to the point where he beats a good boy and gaps it. When Master Rabbit, the rabbit boss, whatever the guy, they can turn people into carrots, turns Bulma into carrots. Goku loses it straight away, grabs one of his goons, and evaporates him right in front of him using this purple energy. And Goku's on his base form too, so he just opens his hand and this purple energy evaporates his fellow right next to Master Rabbit, and so he instantly reverts Bulma back into a human, and he apologizes, and Goku's energy is flooding around him, and goes, why don't you use that for more productive uses instead of just turning people into their own carrots? And if I find out you're still doing it, I'll destroy you. And this scares Master Rabbit, so for the most part he changes. Oolong pisses Goku off too, and Goku just wipes him out instantly. So there's no Oolong on the SWAT off at all. Goku just doesn't bother with them. He doesn't like what they're doing. So there's a different Goku that's weathered in the world. He understands thanks to Kami's memories, and the fact that he's going around the world and seeing it firsthand kind of makes him angry. Now when it comes to where Chi-Chi and the Ox King is, Goku knows this place, and he knows this is the Ox King castle. So when they ask for help, Goku just lifts his hand up and wipes the entire fire away with his purple energy. And this shocks everyone, even Bulma. But Bulma's starting to like, whoa, this kid's really strong. Really strong. This makes her happy. There's not really much interactions with Chi-Chi and Goku, because when Chi-Chi asks her, Goku, do you want to marry me? Goku goes, no, I'm too young to think about that. Thank you for the offer, but I kind of have my eyes set on someone else, thank you. This breaks Chi-Chi's heart. Massively breaks Chi-Chi, and she goes from liking Goku to hating him. But yeah, all of Goku's raunchy moments with all the females and the timeline of Dragon Ball don't really go that in a negative way, because Goku understands what he's doing. He understands the difference between a male and a female, genitals and all that stuff. So he asks his permission to sleep by launch, or when he sleeps by Bulma, he sleeps on the floor. He's much wiser. Okay, he's not that stupid idiot boy. And then after they find the dragon, like when Pilaf comes, Goku instantly takes them out. Doesn't even try. He just dismantles them. And when the dog goes to pull the sword out, Goku wipes up and erases the sword and Mai's gun, and they've all the two goons bow to Goku and apologize, give the Dragon Balls back, and Emperor Pilaf tries to attack Goku, but Goku completely erases him from existence. He thinks he's just killing them, but he's quite literally wiping them out of existence. Even Grandpa Gohan, he's wiped out of existence thanks to Goku's Kai energy. He doesn't know this. So what happens is, as Goku's going through, Kami's watching him, and he's finding Goku quite interesting. Goku is an accomplished person that absolutely has great spiritual control and ki control, but thanks to Kami's interference, you can see that Goku has no patience for absolutely wrongdoings or evil acts that benefit or destroy what's around the beautiful nature. Goku, he realized that Goku is the guardian that he's been waiting for this whole time, and maybe because Goku wields this powerful god ominous energy, he can be the proper god of Earth. And Kami thinks about this, and he finally concludes, yep, Goku's gonna take his place. Now what happens is, when Bulma gets the Dragon Balls, she thinks about the wish she's gonna make. But what happens is, she tells Goku that she doesn't want to use the Dragon Balls to make the wish, and tells Goku, you can use the Dragon, you can make the wish. So what happens is, when Goku asks Shenron about the wish, about what happened to his parents and his grandfather, Shenron explains that Kakarot, thanks to his god of destruction energy. Sorry guys. Thanks to his god of destruction energy, you erased your grandfather, and your parents were wiped out by an evil tyrant called Lord Frieza. And this shocks Goku, and Goku goes, explain everything about Frieza. Explain everything about my parents. So before Shenron goes, he tells Goku everything about Frieza and his parents. And Goku's more determined than ever. Now, So that's why I'm gonna leave this what if, guys. I hope you like it. Please leave a comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, but this is Dr. Kohu as always saying peace.